You know what's funny is that sometimes when you're trying to create joy for other people, you accidentally create it for yourself. This morning I was doing laundry. It's been about a week since I've been out of school and it was starting to be time. When I started to throw into the washing machine the pants that I had worn on the last day of school, I could hear something like jiggling around in the pockets. So I reached in and I pulled out a handful of itty bitty ducks. Look, little tiny duckies. Very often on the last day of school before a break, I walk around the school and I hand these little tiny plastic friends of different varieties to students because sometimes they just need to know that somebody sees them and that they matter. But today, I was standing in my laundry room and suddenly had a handful of duckies, and I was ridiculously happy because each one of them tends to make me think of my students, makes me remember the kid that always makes me laugh, makes me think of the student who I know was so excited to go on a big trip this summer, the one who argues with me about absolutely everything, the class clown, the future engineer, the artists. And this reminded me of one of my favorite things I've learned in my adult life, which is the idea of glimmers. If you have not heard of glimmers before, they are kind of the opposite of triggers. It's just a tiny thing that connects you to some sense of joy. It could be a smell, a song, a sound of some sort, or an itty bitty duck. In today's day and age, most of us are very aware of what our triggers are. But are we also very, very aware of what our glimmers are? If you're not, it's time to figure them out. Gen Z, go drink your water.